Good evening, everyone. My name is Mr. Miles Kellett. I am the band director here at North Middle School, and welcome to our 6th grade and Trojan Jazz Band concert. These students have been working really hard preparing all this music, and let me tell you, 6th grade is my favorite grade to teach. Don't tell the 7th and 8th grade. And the reason why is because at the very beginning of the year, they can't put their instruments together. And then now they're putting on a whole concert for you, which is amazing. So it's my favorite thing to teach these kids, especially here. It's a lot of fun. Today I've got two things for you. As an audience member, the first thing is to make sure that you take lots of pictures, lots of video, lots of pictures, but make sure that your phone is off. Okay? We want the last thing for these students to get distracted during their performance. Okay? And then the second thing that I want you to know is that once we finish a song, that's a good time to leave if you have to. Okay? We don't want them distracted either. But take all the pictures you want, all the pictures you need. I'll give you a second at the end of their concert to go ahead and for you to take pictures. All right? So we've got 3 selections for you for 6th grade, okay? And then we've got 2 selections for jazz band. The first selection for 6th grade is Crusaders. This is a piece by Frank Erickson, and it was the first piece we got this year to prep for this concert, and they've done a really great job. So this is the 6th grade band and Crusaders. If you take a look at your program, by the way, my mom was really big into scrapbooking, so I made a bunch of extra programs. So if you want to take 3 or 4 so you can embarrass them on like a senior scrapbook that you have, take all of them, okay? So it's got all their names on it. If you look at the second page where it has the titles of the pieces, we've also got some important dates on there. The first one is if you enjoy music a lot and if you have a student or a neighbor or cousin or nephew in the North Hardin High School Band, on May 1st at 3:30, they're having their own concert, which features their brass ensemble, their sax ensemble, and both of their bands. It's gonna be really awesome. That's 3:30 in their main gym, okay? And the same time, same place, here next Thursday, May 5th, Cinco de Mayo, is gonna be the 7th and 8th grade band. And they've got 3 pieces that each one of them are going to play, and that's going to be awesome. I cannot wait for that concert. I'm just excited for that one too. So the next piece that we have for you is by Michael Story, and it's called Creepy Crawlies, and it's exactly what you think it is about. It's going to feature our trumpet section taking off parts of their instrument to make sounds that sound like bugs. Okay, and it's really fun. There's a stomp in there, there's a funeral, there's a whole bunch of fun stuff. So we really hope you enjoy Creepy Crawlies. It's funny, they always think they're gonna sound worse than they actually sound. Nice job. Nice job. They were like, they were gonna sound bad. I'm like, you guys are gonna be great. Yeah, you guys sound awesome. Yeah. I'll tell you, I love teaching 6th grade. I love teaching 6th grade so much. It's a lot of fun. So for this last piece, I don't know, I'm always somebody who likes to do something different with music. I like to follow the music, but I always like to do something fun with it. So this last piece is a classic 6th grade piece that a lot of people use towards the beginning of the year, but I found in the North Middle School Music Library a longer section of it, and on top of that, we made it our own little twist on it. So the last piece that we're gonna do today for 6th grade is called the Banana Boat Song, and it's also by Michael Story, but it's in a traditional setting for this piece, and halfway through the piece, we're gonna have the percussion set up a beat, and we're gonna have 4 improv solos. So in the middle of the piece, I added these solos because it's super fun just to like start playing music. And so we've been working on solos, and they don't read any of the music. I'm like, hey, pick any of the notes on the page and just go for it. And they've had some really cool solos. And so we've got 4 solos that we're gonna hear today. The first one, Delaney Lewis on saxophone. The second one is Adrian Davis Jr. on trombone. The third one is LaDestiny Johnson on French horn. And the last one is Evelyn Meredith on flute. And so you'll find all of those in between this song. When they finish their solo, please feel free to clap and applaud. But be aware that there's another solo about to happen. So I'll use my ear to make sure that when the clapping dies down, the next one starts so you can hear them, okay? So this is our last piece by Michael Story. This is the Banana Boat Song. So this is the Trojan Jazz Band. This ensemble is started this year. They haven't had a jazz band at North Middle for over a decade. And so I decided to bring it back because it's just another way for students to still be involved in music. And this meets after school, so we don't take time during the day to do this. So they have to practice at home, they do all this work, and they've done a really good job. We've had one performance here in the Great Hall for the Fine Arts Night, and it went over really well. A lot of good positive feedback from community and faculty and all that stuff. And so it's really exciting to have this. There's 6th, 7th, and 8th graders in this ensemble, and raise your hand if you're in 6th grade. Hey, so yeah, clap, yes, clap, clap, clap. 6th graders, yes, awesome. So it's cool to see that we can include 6th graders in this, and it is kind of intimidating at first when they first walked in, but now it's nice to see 6th graders saying hi to 7th and 8th graders in the hallway and meeting together after school. So this is our first song. It's called Who's Blues. It's by David Brinkman, and we hope you enjoy. It's a nice little swing tune. Here we go.
So the last tune that I have for you today is called Last Night. It's arranged by Rick Maddox, inspired by the Blues Brothers. Okay, and so this piece was arranged by a former band director that I used to work with, who used to love 5th grade band. Just a weird obsession, loved teaching kids from the ground up, and his jazz bands were great because he just had all this energy. And he always did small things like this, and it was just so much fun. It was so much fun. So this is Last Night. This features 2 soloists. As a 6th grade concert, why not feature 6th grade? So Delaney Lewis, again, is first. And then our second one is going to be Caden Lucas on the trumpet. Delaney on alto sax, Caden on the trumpet. And then our last soloist is not a 6th grader, but he's an awesome drummer. He's a drum set Chicago rusher. So we hope you enjoyed Last Night.
All right, everybody, thank you for coming. I'm sorry, the mic just died. So I got a loud teacher voice. I was born with a huge family, so I was the youngest, so I had to yell. So I'm used to it. So welcome to our final concert for the 7th and 8th grade bands for this year. The 7th grade will begin first. We've got 3 tunes for you today, and there's a lot of information in the programs. And we'll go over that later, but if you didn't get a program, there's a lot out by the front door where we entered. 2 things to remember as an audience member: please take all the pictures and all the videos, okay? That's the best because you're gonna want them, all right? The second thing, just make sure your phone is on silent and don't leave while we play because we don't want to distract the performers, okay? But please take videos, all the pictures of your child, okay? Our first tune that we're gonna be doing today is called Gazer Fanfare. We've got 2 guests. We had a few students with emergencies, so Miss Dunn from the North Hardin High School is covering on bass drum, and Mrs. Froge is here covering on snare drum. So quick round of applause and thank you for them. So it's 6 o'clock and we're gonna get started. This is Gazer Fanfare. Our next tune that we're going to play, yes, thank you so much. Our next tune that we're going to play for today in the 7th grade is called Over the Rainbow, playing on the familiar tune, Somewhere Over the Rainbow from The Wizard of Oz. We've had a lot of fun putting this one together and really practicing listening, so we decided to slow it down for this one. So this is Over the Rainbow. our final number, oh my gosh, it's going to be so much fun. This piece is called Top Secret, and immediately when I handed it out to the students, they loved it. And I walk into the band room every day, and they're always playing it. And so we really hope you enjoy our final number. It's called Top Secret. Our first piece is by Robert Sheldon. This is Spirit Lake Overture. It's our longest one that we've got tonight, and so they're really happy to get it out of the way. But we use every instrument in this band, and every sound is needed. And so that's the great part about being in a band. So we're super excited. This is Spirit Lake Overture. The second tune that we're going to play for you today is called In This Quiet Place. This has been really fun to put together just because a lot of times when we play music in band, we're so used to playing scales, everything the same tempo. So this is nice to just slow everything down and really think about how we produce sound and how we can listen to each other. So this is a great piece by the same composer, Robert Sheldon. And so we've worked really hard on this one too. We hope you enjoy In This Quiet Place. Before I announce our last song for tonight, our last piece of music, I just want to say thank you for you all coming here because it means a lot to not only me but these students for you to show up. Oh, okay. For you to show up. I'm sorry. Drop the mic. But it's a great place to be here at North Middle, and I truly believe that the best kids that are in this school are also in band because not only do they have to juggle homework, stuff after school, extracurriculars, but also practicing. Right? Because we practice in class, but in order to be amazing like they are, they have to give extra effort. So it takes a lot of planning and organizing, so these kids are awesome, both in the 7th and 8th grade band. It takes a lot of work, and it's not really seen all the time. So it's really great that you're here, and it's super appreciative. I want to thank the administration here at North Middle, all the support, Mr. Lohman, Langley, Mr. Allen. It's a great support base for band and the arts here. If you want to look at the important dates one more time on the left side, on Tuesday of next week, if you have a neighbor, a son, daughter, cousin who is going to be in 6th grade next year at North Middle, we have a 5th grade instrument tryout night, which is going to be in the cafeteria from 4 to 7. It's, Tuesday right here in the cafeteria. It's important that those students, I went to the elementary schools and it was really fun to get to meet and to talk with them. But a lot of times students miss out with information, and it's from 4 to 7, and you don't have to stay the whole time. I just did that because, 10-year-olds can't drive, and some people get off of work at like 5:30. So we extended it all the way to 7 so that you can get here, get everybody together, and see which instrument fits best. So if you know of somebody, or if you yourself have a kid who's interested in band for next year, on the 10th here at North Middle from 4 to 7, we're going to have that tryout night. Again, so this is our last piece, and it's called Chips and Salsa on Cinco de Mayo, if you didn't know that. Ha ha ha. So this piece has been really fun just to put together, and it's amazing to have 8 percussionists in one band, and half the time the band director's quarrel with percussion is just like, what am I going to do with all these kids? Because it's not that they don't have parts to play, it's like they can't play in every song because there's limited, so you have to double, and why'd you throw that across the room, and who was talking, oh, it was a percussionist, you know what I mean? And so this kept them busy, and it's just so much fun to play. So we really hope you enjoy our last tune, Chips and Salsa.